on page Taf Kuf Bet, Kuf Gimel, rather. Shinui Rishon Bein Olam Assiyah L'Shar Olamos, and what's Pshat over here? What's he trying to tell me? So he says, Nimsa Ata Defi Masha Shenida Bedrashenu Nimsa, Ki Yeshne Mini Shinuyim Ba'olam Assiyah Al Shar Olamos. So what's so special about Olam Assiyah? Shebeseder Aliyas Olamos, because now we're moving up. Yeshne Mini Shinuyim. Bein Olam Assiyah, the Bein Shar Olamos, Atzila Beri, Yitzir, etc. Rishon, Hu Hashinui Rishon, Sheyesh Ben Olam Assiyah, the Shar Olamos Abiyah, rather Abi, there is who. Ki Penimius Shlosh Rishon is the Assiyah. Now we're talking about the Penimius of the Gar of Assiyah, Na'asis Kitzonius, El Shlosh Tachton of Yitzir. Now we went through this several times, so we know that. Ki Olam Assiyah Haseder Hu, Shehapnimius Shal Hashlosh Rishon is the Olam Assiyah. Shehim the Chabad of Olam Assiyah, Olam the Olam Assiyah, they go up to Olam the Olam Assiyah, and Na'asim Sham Kitzonius Shal Shlosh Tachtonet the Yitzira. I don't know if that grammar was exactly right, but at any rate, this is that the Chabad moves on to the Gar of, not to the Gar, but to the Nai of the Olam above it, Shal Nai the Yitzira, Shehim Nai the Yitzira, Umedalgim Spheres HaMalchus the Yitzira, and it skips over that. So of all the Shlosh Rishon of the Yitzira, but when you go to the Chabad of Yitzira, Einem Malvishim Elach Ala Malchus the Bria Bilva, they only cover the Malchus. Now previously we skipped the Malchus, went right away from the Chabad up on and covering over the 9. It's in a complete and total different state. Shlosh Rishon is the Olam Yitzira Shehem Chabad the Yitzira, because the first three ones of which cover the Chabad Yitzira, because Shehem Olam LaOlam Abriya, Hem Na'asa Chitzonis Rak Ala Malchus the Olam Abriya Bilvad. So that's where we saw that the 3 covers the 3. Vehem Malvishin Rak as the Malchus the Olam Abriya Bilvad, which is in the form of 3. So that we got from the last time. Velo Shlosha Tachtonis the Bria, but it doesn't go on to the 9. Aval Chabad the Olam Yitzira Ein Malvishim as the 9 the Olam Abriya. Kader Shehilbisho HaChabad the Olam Assiyah as a Nai the Olam Yitzira. B'zech b'shinui echad. This is one difference. Sheyesh ben Olam Assiyah l'shar Olamos Abi. So this is one difference. B'chein b'shloshus Rishonos Debriya. So now we have the Gar of the Yeshia what did he say of Yitzira? Now, excuse me, he said Bria. Kasher he ola the Olam Atzilo, same thing. He olam malvishim as kitzonis a malchus denuk deza the Olam Atzilo. So there he really goes and covers over the malchus of the nuk deza levad. Ve'ena malvisha as a nahi the nuk deza the Olam Atzilo, so it doesn't cover over the nahi like was the case in Assiyah. Kamosha Penimius Achabad the Olam Assiyah, like you saw the Olam Malvish as a Hitzonis Anai did see. So what's pshat here? So anyway, we're moving on. V'chein hu b'kol partzuf v'ratzilus. So all of the parts of it, they should call parts of Oider Malvish, all the parts of Shalom ba'Olam Atzilus Atzmo. Both in Shapenimius the Chabad, so that comes like this: that the Penimius of the Chabad shall parts of Shalamata. Olam Malvish al Hitzonis Amalchus shall the parts of Shalom. So that's the way it goes. B'chein Olamos, so in other words, it covers the Malchus, it goes right to the Malchus. B'chein b'shar Olamos al Yonim Kulam. B'chein al Zeh HaDerek hu gam b'Olamos al Yonim asher l'mala ma'olam Atzilus. So this is the upper worlds in Yisod. Shepenim is a Chabad shalamata. So whether you're talking about the Nai, the Chabad, or the Chagad of the Chagad, Oler Lamala Lahalvish as Kitzonis Hamalchus Shala Olam Shalov, so it covers over the Olam that's above it, V'chein Hu Ad Ein Sof Baruchu, etc. So he said V'tamadavar. Now you want to know why? Why is this? He said V'atach Haram B'var Malku Tam Hashinu Sheyesh Ben Penimis HaChabad Olam Assiyah. So what's the difference between the Chabad of Olam Assiyah? Shehi Malveshes as a Kitzonis the Nai Shalamala Memenu. Masha Ein came Bashar Olam Assiyah Bri and the Sia Shabakulam Ola Rabbanim Zahabad Malbishim Hitzonis Malchus Nekaber the Malchus Shalamala Beman, not the night. The Visha Seder Hakavanot Ad Baruch Shamar. So he said this is the reason. Because the Seder Kabbanos, we're following the shape of Seder Kabbanos. Ad Baruch Sha'amar, HaKol Kub Tikkun Olam Assiyah Bilvad. The whole thing is for a Tikkun of Olam Assiyah. Now, what does he mean here? Batam Ashinoi Hu Mishum Shakol Seder Amiris HaKabbanos. And now we're saying the Kabbanos. V'chein Kol Mashim is Paladam Ad Baruch Sha'amar, including Hodu and so on and so forth, all the way up to Baruch Sha'amar. Kavanaseinu beikir the sakein as Olam Assiyah bilvad. All of this is for the purpose of making a tikkun in Olam Assiyah. V'hine Olam Assiyah hu so the Malchus kanoida. So start like this. You have to understand the Malchus is Olam Assiyah. V'asher nechshavim klalos as kol arba olamos abiyah the Olam echad. So if you look at it just as in one word, so we have a little bit of introduction here, and I pray that Hashem will help me to be able to say this over and understand it well. Okay, here we go. Right? And it's at Echad Oz Nimsa Ki Olam Assiyah Nikra Malchus. So then we see that Olam Assiyah is called by the name of Malchus. So Olam Assiyah is Malchus. Shahare Olam Atzilus Nikra Abba, Volam Abriya Nikra Ima, Volam Yitzira Nikra Zeranpen, Umamela Olam Assiyah Nikra Malchus. V'lechein Kaven She'anachnu Ato B'Tikun Olam Assiyah. So now we're working on the Tikun of Olam Assiyah. V'Kaven She'ana Oiskim Atar Meramiris HaKabbanos. So we're saying the Kabbanos Hu Tikun Olam Assiyah Nikra Malchus. V'chein Nishlam Kol Tikun. So therefore you're completing all Tikun Olam Assiyah the Gamri. You're making complete Tikun there. Now what does that mean anyway? V'fichach Nishlam Atar the Gamri Tikunu Shal Olam Assiyah. And you're able to bring on, I guess he has it in plural, all the way up to the plate, which is their proper place. So here we're seeing that you're able to make a tikkun rock only in Olam Assiyah, the Makom Aroi, though in the proper place. I don't know what he means by the proper place. Let's see. Shehu b'shlosh achronush she'ashem netzachod yisod the yitzira. So where is the proper place for all of these to go? Is to the nai of Olam Yitzira, shehu makom anai the yitzira. But the olamos which are up above Olam Assiyah, ein ata zaman tekunim. This is not the time for them to be mesukin. All of the worlds up above. Shehin olamos abi, Atzilus Brian Yitzira. Adayim lo higia zaman tekunim be'ez semiris hakabanos. So when you're saying the karbanos, that's not the time for them to be mesukin. Ki bebaruch she'amar ku zaman tikun hayitzira, because once we get to Baruch she'amar, then we start into the tikkun of Olam Yitzira. Ki rak be'ez semiris Baruch she'amar maschilin the sakein es Olam Yitzira. Of a yotzer or now we go through that, and we get to the place where the next stage, which where we get to over yotzer or ku zaman tikun abriya kenizka the el. That's the time for tikkun abriya. Let's go on. He said, Reish Lamed Aleph, he said, V'rak be'ez haschalas amida, oz hu hazaman shal tikun olam atzilus. So there's certain times in the davening, as we know from other places. Now, we have just this little place, the blurb at the top says, it says, ha'aliyah shena'as be'parshas atamid hu l'tzorach asiyah. So apparently, getting to the parshas atamid is very important. Kavanah here. V'af im tira ada ki gam olamas el yonim nis'ala b'madregas k'nizka the el. So they all move up. V'af al pisha sheharav kosav shebe'es miras isha reich nikoach l'Hashem nikoach l'Hashem olam gam kol olamos shehem l'mala olam Assiyah. All of them go up, not just Assiyah. Ad ein sof baruch hu, they go all the way up to the ein sof baruch hu. Beam came kosher, heich efsher sh'ata nesakin rock Olam Assiyah, because you said it's only Olam Assiyah. V'cholo kol olamos kulum ad ein sof baruch hu, only the medrega shalomala b'mena, because once the bottom of the elevator moves up, everything else moves up. But you just said it doesn't. Eino elo l'tzorach asiyah atzma. But all of these movements are only for the purpose of asiyah. Yesh lomer ki dechilas hakavanot shekol olamos olam b'tevis isha reich dekoach l'Hashem. He says, "Who rak l'tzorach Olam Assiyah." All of that aliyah of the others is only for the purpose of Hipisakein Olam Assiyah. But the olamos themselves don't get a tikkun until you get to the proper place in the davening. Asher lamala min Olam Assiyah. That says makom panoi el shlosh rishonos dechasiyah she'ala b'yitzira, and he says, why is this? To create a space so that the gar of Olam Yasiyah should be able to go up into Yasira. So I'm trying to understand it. All of that movement upper that we're talking about of the abi, of the upper three olamos, it's only really for the help of Olam Assiyah. This makes it possible for that. So in other words, they move out and make it possible for the Chabad of Olam Assiyah to move on to the Nai of Olam Yetzirah. Because of this, Chabad of Olam Assiyah, and now it's able to do that. So in order to make that happen, it's necessary for all of the olamos, la'alos medrega acha medrega. They have to go up one after another. The yitzira. So therefore, he says what? He says hitzonis anai the yitzira. So this allows for the nai of yitzira. The asos panemius anai the yitzira. They become a panemius. Panemius anai the yitzira. Hukrochol the hiyoski tzonius a chagat the yitzira. Then it has to be able to move up to become the chagat. His language was panemius anai the yitzira hukrochu. They have to the hiyoski tzonius chagat. He says they have to be the Yitzira. V'chein al zecha derek koyim uchrachim kol holomos ad ein sof la'alos the bedrega achas yoser min a bedrega she'amdo ba kol l'chein. So in other words, the fact that we say that the panemius, the chitzonius comes and covers the panemius of the lower covers the chitzonius of the upper. The upper becomes when that's happening, it automatically pushes the panemius, which is now the new form panemius, up. So he said, novea, right? Machmas shepedimis achaba da'asiyah ya'ala d'chitzonis anai ditzir. It's because of the fact that the panemius comes and covers, which I was just saying, the nai, what's up above it. Al tzad ha'hechrach. So this is because it has to happen. They were forced into this. So they have to be just a chitzonius and a panemius. It can't be two chitzonius, a chitzonius and panemius. It can't be like that. So therefore the panemius has to move up and uncover the other. And this is the process, this is the cycle by which everything grows. I think we'll stop here because we're really right at the end of the time, and I'm not going to get through this whole thing, and we'll save it for the next time.